Well, if you were the fucking man, I'm sorry. Okay, this is when shit goes down. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Daniela TK. So in today's video, you're gonna be getting ready with me and finding out the tea that happened throughout my whole trip. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit that bell button so you don't miss any of my videos. Let's get started. Okay guys, so brows are done. I did my brows off camera because that usually takes a long time. If you know, you know that brows take forever. Okay, so the tea is, girl, how do I start this? Remember when I told you in the last video, you guys, I have so much to tell you. You guys, I have so much to tell you. Yeah, that was just the beginning, you guys. American Airlines had canceled my first flight to go to Dallas, and so flight turned into an 8-hour road trip, as y'all know. I was gonna make a dedicated video of me packing and show y'all what I'm gonna take, my hair accessories, my outfits and everything, but that didn't go as planned, obviously. I was like super in a rush trying to get everything. Mind you, we found this out like at 8:30 p.m. I'm like, well, what the hell? We were just trying to figure out what's the solution here. There was no way to get there, you guys, but drive. There was no buses to take us there. There was no flights. There were flights, but we wouldn't get there on time to go to Puerto Vallarta. So it was just a mess. I was in a rush getting my stuff. And so we were on the road by like 11 p.m. We weren't gonna get there till like 6 o'clock. And our flight left like at 8:20 in the morning. I was like stressing out the whole freaking way because as I was looking at the GPS, like the map for the airport, it said that the parking was closed. So I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, no, like that doesn't make sense. So we tried calling and nobody would answer, you guys. I was like, oh my God, this is like so freaking annoying. I just wanted to get there, but luckily we got there on time, thank God. So we get there on time, we check in or whatever, and then the consultant goes, y'all seats aren't together. I'm like, what do you mean our seats aren't together? Like, we paid. Like, what do you talk? Like, we paid, we chose our seats. Like, how are our seats not together? So there we go, paying extra money to sit together because I was gonna sit in the front, Ricky was gonna sit all the way in the back, and I was like, it was just so annoying, right? Little did we know the shit that we were about to go through getting there, okay? Just wait a second. We get to Puerto Vallarta finally, and everybody's like, those people that like sell you excursions and all that stuff, they're like, do y'all need a ride? Do y'all need this trip? Do y'all know where y'all are staying at? La, 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 la. There's so many people trying to get you to spend money as soon as you walk into the airport. I was like, okay, like looking down with my luggage, like I'm just trying to get to the hotel at this point. We already went through enough shit, okay? So we get there, and so we ordered the Uber. For some reason, it ended up, whenever I put the location, it ended up canceling the ride. I'm like, what the hell? Payment was just not going through for some reason. So I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So Uber gets there, we get to the hotel. Okay, this is when shit goes down. And we're there ready to check in, and so she gives us a paper with our like room number and everything, and then she's like, so it's gonna be $600 something. I'm like, what? No, like we already paid. Like, what do you mean? Like, we paid like back in March, and this was like June, right? We paid in advance. And she's like, no, like the bank didn't get it. I'm like, what do you mean the bank didn't get it? Like, we had a confirmation number, we had the receipt, and we even have a video on it that we bought it because we just wanted to record it for like our vlogs. And so then she's like, no, sorry, you're gonna have to pay. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna pay again. I already paid, like, no. So we were causing a scene for like 2.5 hours. And so she's like, well, you need to call your bank. I'm like, why? Y'all need to call our bank. Like, how is that fall on us? Like, we literally showed her the receipt, the confirmation number and everything. And she's like, no, you still have to pay. I'm like, that is fucking bullshit. And Ricky goes, well, can I speak to the manager? And she's like, I am the manager. I'm like, oh my God. Well, if you were the if you were the manager, do something about it, because it's all about customer service and how you treat your guests, and people are gonna leave bad reviews. You know what I mean? I just like, come on, lady. So we were there, and then some guy started like butting in too. Like, he didn't even work there. He's like, oh, where are y'all coming from? America or like the US? I'm like, yes. And then he's like, oh, well, it's kind of different. I'm like, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're not working here. You're just a guest. Like, just leave me alone. I just ignored his ass. So the manager, she was like, well, let me go talk to the accountant. I'm like, okay, you go do that, because we were literally calling our banks and they were emailing us proof that we freaking paid. Like, we went to that extent, you guys. We went like, she took a while talking to the accountant, and she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna give y'all the room, and then y'all are gonna be under further investigation. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care at this point. Like we've been through so much already. So we checked into our room. We had a badass time, you guys. It was so much fun the whole week we were there until we had to leave. We had to go to Vegas. This is another story. You know, it's never a normal experience with Ricky and I. Some shit always has to go down. Every time. It just never gets old, but it's just, now looking back at it, it's hilarious. We had 2 flights. So the first stop was to Colorado, and then from Colorado we were gonna go to Vegas. I don't know about y'all, but I have to know what time we're getting there, and I have to know how long till we get there. I don't know, that's just me. I kept looking at the time, right? I'm like, okay, like the time was just still. And I was like, what is going on? Like, we've been in the air for a while. We should already be there. Like, why is it taking so long? The time's not moving. And so the pilot is like, attention everybody, there's a tornado in Colorado and we can't seem to land, or something like that. We've been flying in circles, so we're gonna be flying in circles. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what if this plane runs out of fuel? So he's like, yeah, well, it's gonna take a while, so we're just, you know, just pretty much like sit tight, right? And so I was like, get me off this freaking plane. I'm so paranoid. Mind you, we were like 30 minutes from getting there. We were already in Colorado, but like in Denver. So then like 20 minutes pass, and then he's like, well, so we have to land because we just ran out of all our fuel. I'm like, what do you mean you ran out of all your fuel? What the heck? So he lands in Junction, and well, we're coming from Mexico, so nobody can get off the plane. And so then the lady in front of us is feeling super sick, like she can't breathe, so they have to call the ambulance. And we were there for at least 4 hours because the pilot was like, well, we need to bring our emergency team to fill up the plane again. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then the flight attendant was passing out like snacks because, you know, everybody was like hungry. Like, we were there for 4 hours. And so from there, like, we ended up getting to Denver like around midnight, and we're like, okay, how the hell are we gonna get to Vegas? What time are we gonna go? Whatever. So guess what they did? They were like, well, there's another flight to Vegas at 7 in the morning. And we're like, 7 in the morning? Mind you, this was at midnight. All restaurants were closed. We were super hungry. And then, you know what they offered us? They offered us a discount to a hotel. I'm like,
I don't even have time for my love life, to see my family. I don't even have time for nothing.
That is stupid. Y'all need to like cover the whole freaking hotel expense, because that's just not, that's not fucking cool. So then we slept there on the floor at the airport. I'll play a clip. I have a little clip. Ricky's like on the floor asleep. We ended up leaving Denver at 7 in the morning. We got to Vegas like around noontime. Nothing happened in Vegas. Nothing like crazy like the shit we went through. No, it was so much fun. We went to a what's his name? The magic show. It was so cool. The magic show was cool. We went walking around the strip in Vegas. It was so much fun. We got home safely. And so yeah, that was the end of the trip. Can't you just believe the shit we went through? Like, you cannot make that up. So now that I spilled the tea, this is the final look. What do y'all think? That completes today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you have a story like that, let me know down in the comments. I will love to hear y'all's stories. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit that bell button so you get notified every time I upload another video. See you on the next one.